You're watching your favorite program, Polycab, India's #1 cable and wires company, Dream Home Season 6. Today with us, we have a different home. I'm not going to speak more. Before that, let me invite our panel of judges. Let me welcome Anuj Gopakumar, the Chief Architect of Kumar Group. Let me also welcome Sudha, Architect and Interior Designer of Swasti. So it's time for us to take a look at Navajeevan home from Thrissur. I've heard it's different. Let's take a look at it.
Hello everybody and welcome to your favorite show, Dream Home Season 6. Today we are going to explore the Navajeevan house from Thrissur. It's a 3,000 square feet 4-bedroom house, and the first word that comes to my mind while standing here is colorful. Normally I use these words when I'm explaining the interiors, but right here standing you can just have a look at the exteriors. It's beautifully done, a lot of tile cladding work, different colors. They have used shingles and tile cladding both to enhance the beauty of the contemporary look. Landscape is one particular section which most people tend to forget while designing a house. But here the colorful exteriors have been complemented by a well-designed landscape area. The main area of the frontage has been segregated into a comfortable car parking space and this main lawn area. Here they have used a lot of things. First main attraction being a natural pond, then artificial add-ons. There's a sitting space too. So a lot of features which makes the landscape a beautiful place. It's a contemporary house but built in accordance with Vastu. I'm standing right in front of the entrance door, and before going in I would just like to quickly explain the features outside. There's a wood paneling work done on both ways. LED lights have been provided which adds extra lighting. For the flooring it's vitrified tiles. Now let's go inside and check out the interiors. There are two entrances to this house. One is right opposite to me, the main entrance for everybody, and on one side is the entrance for the guest. The main entrance leads us to a particular car parking space, and otherwise also there is ample amount of car parking in the frontage area. Interiors is multicolored and well lit. I'm standing in the common living area. Now to explain the various features, first of all they've used a lot of colors, be that with the side walls or in the ceiling, the lights provided, a lot of colors makes it a pleasant feel altogether. Flooring is vitrified tiles. Then they have a courtyard, a specific courtyard on the sideways. The walls have been done using orange color. We start talking about the TV space. As I told you, this is the living area. The TV space, that's particular is a textured work. The golden touch that has been given using the texture work. That they have add-ons with this, that the block shelf that they created, LED lighting. So all in all they have made the whole place This is the pantry area which further extends to the main kitchen. If I talk about the specifications, well, first of all, it's done in the white and red combination. This is the breakfast table right in front of us, granite top. That top continues for the entire pantry section as well as the main kitchen area. The flooring remains same to be the vitrified tiles. In that portion also it's the same flooring. Then about the cabinets, it's multi-wood cabinets which have been provided above and below. Lighting is pretty good. It's a well lit space. For that they have used block pieces which are decorated by wood paneling, and a strong lighting has been provided on the ceiling. Dining hall has been separated from the other parts of the house. Well, it's a spacious, well lit room. It has been set up in the wooden theme. For that, to emphasize on that, they have done the complete paneling using wood, then texture work complement the same. There's wooden flooring completely in this house, and sideways they have given white pebbles to add a little beauty to it. It's a wooden frame work of the dining table. Wash area has been located close by. The windows on either sides which helps in the cross ventilation and lighting. Even a crockery shelf has been provided. Master bedroom has been set up in an ivory color theme. Towards the headboard is completely done by multi-wood paneling. LED lights have been provided which gives a warm color tone. Flooring is vitrified tiles, and above in the ceiling it's false ceiling and LED lights have been provided. There's separate section for the wardrobe and dress area which is attached to a bathroom. Wooden floating staircase which has been built using SS handrails and combination of wood pavements. Staircase wall has been designed completely by stone cladding to start from the lower portion till the very end. On the other end of the wall, its glass blocks have been provided in between the wall pieces. So I believe a lot of sunlight enters which gives a lot of natural lighting, and again it breaks the monotony of the staircase wall. Let's go upstairs and check out the interiors. On the upper living space, this area extends to a personal family area too. This wall segregates it, which has been designed, actually customized using texture work, a silver texture work, which gives a very glossy finish and attractive look to whoever who comes up. We have two bedrooms on either ends. There's a small study table and bookshelves too. It's a well lit and well elevated room. For the lighting and the ceiling, what they have done is block pieces of wooden have been provided on four corners. Block pieces inside that LED lights have been provided. So it gives an attractive look and helps in the overall lighting of the entire area. A little more features have been added on the upper living. That is opposite to me is the staircase wall, and as we saw, the block glass pieces were provided in between the wall. On the upper portion, it's completely glass. So that glass gives us a see-through look of the beautiful landscape outside. Girl child's interest has been kept in mind while designing this room. Hence, I believe it's completely pink in color. For the headboard wall, it's pink texture work, coupled up with block pieces, which adds as a showcase wall too. Wardrobes have been provided. That's multi-wood wardrobes in the color combination of white and pink. They separate dress area and washroom. It has been a different experience exploring this Navajeevan house, colorful and unique in its own features. I'll see you all in the next episode. Till then, bye bye, take care.
So that was Navajeevan house that we just saw. So what do you have to say about the exteriors and the landscape of this house?
So many things happening in the elevation, I don't know where to look. There is white, brown, black, yellow, red, grey, wood, blue, all these colors used in the elevation. The only thing I liked is the nice gate design, a simple gate design they have of the house. That's the only thing. The potted plants along the driveway is very outdated.
Now what do you have to say about the exteriors?
Yes, there's a lot to say if you want to say about the exteriors, in the sense that they've tried to use a lot of elements and a lot of colors, and overall it didn't feel like it worked. See, when you do a design, there has to be something that is the focus and others that join up to create or to emphasize the focus. So here you find there are so many things and so many activities, so many lines, verticals, horizontals, crisscross, and colors emphasizing the whole thing, that you don't know which is the focus, where is the point where your eyes have to rest. There's too many things happening altogether. So all in all, the only saving grace I think is the extent of land that is there. So this house is very well set back. So in a large horizon you're seeing this house. So that is about just saving grace that I can say about the exteriors.
What do you have to say about the interiors of this house?
I believe the designer here has tried to use every product that is available in terms of texture finishes, in terms of wall finishes, in terms of flooring, in terms of ceiling, everything he can actually get his hands on, he has kind of used it in the house. The sofa as it is looks good, but I don't know why it's placed there, because there's no connection. It's really pure black. The pantry is very nice and very simple. I think that is one area which I liked about the house. It's very simple, very nice in white. It looks elegant. Floating stair which kind of looks very nice, which goes up, but the handrail killed it completely. The family living walls and TV panel as it is a little elegant.
What do you have to say about this, Sudha?
A lot of things could have been much less loud, in the sense that the floor is dark, the ceilings are done, the walls are also done, the overall as you enter into the house, you see a simple ceiling which is nice, it's got straight lines into it, but then it leads to an altar which is fine, but the altar totally excludes the windows. So you find that the altar is a sort of center straight thing which stands out on itself. So each piece actually here, the basic problem I thought was there is an attention to every detail, but it is not allowed to gel with the rest of the things. Right. So each one stands out for itself and shouts. So there is no cohesion between the elements in the house. Altogether, it's an unrest feeling. It doesn't give you a very comfortable, laid back feeling is not there. There's just too much going on. The pantry is a saving grace, like he said. It's pure white and it's simple, elegant. That seems to be the heaven that you have there. So it's right. Very nicely done, the pantry. I like the upper living on the first floor also, which is nice and muted. The wardrobes are kept plain in certain rooms. In one of the, I think it's the boys' room or the master bedroom, the wardrobes are white, which is a saving grace again. So there are certain areas which have been done well, but majority of it, there's just too much designing going on.
What do you have to say about the color, lighting and decor of this house?
Like I said, there's a lot of color overdose, so much color being used, different kinds of color being used in the house. Lighting, I believe some good points are there in lighting. There is some indirect lighting, direct lighting in the ceiling, some areas of ceiling. There's a light square box, light fixture kind of a ceiling which I saw, which as it is, it's very nice, and so there are certain elements in lighting which I believe is nicely done, but otherwise the color and decor is strict no.
Okay, and how is it for you?
All in all, I think there's an overdose of, everything is there. If you ask if the color is there, yes, it's there. The lighting is there, it's there. If you have ceiling, yes. Flooring, yes. It's all there, but it's just not gelling well.
Alright.
So that's the problem here.
Alright, so let's get to the final and the most important aspect, which is the value for money. Anuj, what do you have to say about it?
I think they could have spent their money much more better.
Okay.
Because they've spent a lot of money and I don't think they've got the desired effect.
Alright, and what do you have to say about it?
The clients are happy. I suppose it's money well spent for them, but on a general trend, I think it's a bit overdone altogether. I think if the entire house is black and white, it might be beautiful. It's got a lot of thing to it.
Probably.
Could be.
Alright, anyways, thank you so much. I think all of you all have a clear idea as to what our judges said, and I'm sure you all also like the house. Yes, now let's hear how much they've rated this house, and on the score of 25, can you tell me how much you've rated for the exteriors?
I've given it a 14 out of 25.
14 out of 25. So the
15 out of
15 out of 25. And for interiors?
Interiors, I've given it a 15 out of 25.
55.
Because I believe that they could have done a much better job.
Alright, thank you. And you?
True, 16 out of 25.
16 on 25. Now the light, color and decor?
For the lighting, I think I'll give a little plus points on the lighting, even though the color and decor has gone a minus. So I'll give it a 17 on 25.
17 on 25.
Same here, it's a 17 on 25. They've tried to do a lot of things. So I'd like to give the designer some credit for the effort that has gone into
Correct.
designing this. A lot of effort has gone into it. So that's a 17.
17 on 25. And for the last, value for money?
I'll give it a 15 on 25.
15 on 25.
15 on 25.
15 on 25. So the grand total would be for Anuj, it is 61 on 100. For Sudha, it's 63 on 100. And for public on 50, it is 31. And which is a grand total of 155 on 250. The last interesting segment of this episode, which is listening, which is getting valuable opinions of our judges, and today we've chosen the aspect of interiors. So let's listen it from them on how to choose interiors. So let's start with Anuj.
Interiors of the house has to be thought of initially itself when you're doing the basic design. The designer should have some idea on how the furniture has to come, where the furniture has to come, how the furniture is going to be placed, where the TV is going to come, where the bed wall is going to come, where the wardrobe is going to come, and you should have a very clear idea, not having the bed against the window and things like that. So the planning of the furniture layout is the most important aspect initially. That is the first layer. Once that comes through, then you go into what is the kind of flooring you want to give, what is the kind of wall finishes you want to give, in complement to what are the kind of materials you're going to use.
Correct.
In terms of the elements, in terms of the furniture, the color of the furniture. Then about the soft furnishings, what is the fabric you are going to use, what are the colors in the fabric you want to go into. The lighting also has to come initially in terms of you have to position the lighting points. So it's a combination of all these things. So one should complement the other at every point of time, not overpowering one aspect or the other. So that level of planning is what a good interior designer does, and it's a very difficult thing to do, but if you have to put a lot of thought into it, and if you put that, it's actually called layering, one layer after the other, you keep adding things. So the base layer will be very subtle, then you add adding each elements, and then finally the soft furnishings can be like very bright and colorful. So that is the kind of layers you can add. So it's called layering, and that is very important in interior, so that every element gels with the other.
Thank you so much, and Sudha, over to you.
Yeah, continuing from what Anuj said, see, after this, while this layering is going on, you have to have a definite focus in mind. There has to be something that is a focus, the others that lead up to the focus. That is something that we find which is constantly missing. You like a particular piece, you want to have it, but whether it actually helps to accentuate the rest of the decor that is already there, or whether it's going to be attracting attention to itself, is something that we need to decide before we pick up something. Suppose you have a wall painting that's really loud, really bright, but you like it very much, go ahead and use it. Put up the painting, but make sure that the rest only complements the painting, doesn't clash with it. There is something, this complementing and clashing is two very important aspects of interior design as you see it visually. So when you find you have lighted every single aspect, you have lighted your sofas, you've lighted your curtains, you've lighted the floor, where is the accent, where is the highlight, where is the importance, to what is your focus, so onto what does your eyes rest. So that has to be the point of concentration.
Right.
So everything else has to work only around it and not competing with it.
Thank you so much for your valuable suggestions, and with that I think it's time for us to wind up with this episode of Polycab, India's #1 cable and wires company, Dream Home Season 6. So I think it's time for all of us to tell them a goodbye together. Goodbye.